Hello boys and girls, welcome to another progress report on Inkedcloistered, or Dwarven Fortress at the seashore. It's been about 1.5 years since the last report, and our population has grown to 61. We have about 50 adults, and haven't been attacked yet, except for a visit by a night creature, a lycanthrope human, who I don't know who he was turned into, but I remember he just walked in the woods, killed a few parrots, and then turned into a human and became basically harmless. I didn't even bother to bring my dwarves in and or try to defend or attack him somehow. I knew he would turn into a human sooner or later and just walk off the map. And a few kobold thieves, but nothing really serious happened yet. But I have of course already started to put up my traditional defenses with cage traps and bridges which can be lowered to access and empty and reload the cage traps. And the trader's depot is here. It still's got some of the food and seeds of the elven caravan. I have traded with the elves. They brought a lot of welcome stuff like rope reed fiber and rope reed cloth bags and all of these above ground crops like longland grass, prickleberry, strawberry, rope reed, and all the things we can brew into more variety of alcohols. So that's pretty awesome. I have I have paid for all of that basically with a single piece of lavish meal, a quarry bush leaves roast. It was worth 15,000 dwarf bucks. One of our immigrants was a pretty good cook, and so he just cooked this roast, and I don't know whether it was one piece, maybe it was like a package of quarry bush leaves roasts, but it paid well for all of the things I wanted to have from the elves. The fortress has developed a bit above the trap corridor here. I want to have a water tank to drown the enemies there as well, because later I think about deconstructing these traps and just open this bridge, let the enemies flow inside, trap them inside, and just drown them. I don't know how it will work, but it's worth a try. The problem is that I will need a pump stack of about 6 or 7 levels to pump water from the aquifer layer up to this tank, and a pump stack of 7 layers consumes a lot of energy, and it could be that I will need this dwarven water reactor to provide that. I don't know whether I will bother with that or just put a dwarf on a pump and let him pump. I don't know how much energy can a dwarf provide, whether he can move the whole pump stack or not. So that's the thing I don't know. Okay, I have no, I haven't removed many things here, just the kitchen and stuff I've moved a bit further down, but I still have my farms here. Still here, temporary furniture stockpile, some empty boxes, bins and barrels, and Further down I have my gem cutter, gem setter, and a stone crafter. They work together. Stone crafter makes things like statues, rings, earrings, and the gem setter decorates them with gems. Then here I wanted to see where is the aquifer. So the aquifer starts here. Here it seems to be safe, but here we have an aquifer, another one, and here I have dug to see how much space I've got, and you see my staircase is just through the small solid non-aquifer rock pocket in a big body of aquifer around me. So it was pretty lucky that we've been able to dig around the aquifer. You see a coffin here. One of the dwarves just died. I don't think it was just so. I think it was one of the moody dwarves, and I didn't pay attention to what he wants. So I think he just got mad and died of thirst in his own room. He's been missing for a week, and then I suddenly saw a couple of rooms full of miasma, and there we saw his corpse was rotting there. So made a coffin for him. Sorry, it shouldn't happen to a Dwarf Fortress player to let his dwarves suffer like that. But nobody threw a tantrum or something, so it was pretty okay. I have about 4 or 5 levels of rooms here. I have to make more. It's about 70 dwarves now. This is my meeting hall now and dining room. Nothing fancy yet, but it's okay. A big improvement in my Dwarf Fortress place is the lever room connected, or lever room used as a stockpile for mechanisms, because when you build something which is controlled by mechanisms, you need 3 mechanisms to do that. You need 1 mechanism to build the lever to control it, another mechanism to attach to the lever, and a third mechanism goes and attaches to the moving thing, like a bridge or a floor hatch. So 2 of the 3 mechanisms are needed exactly in the lever room. So why would I store mechanisms elsewhere when 2/3 have to be carried into the lever room anyway? So when I want to build a new lever, I just undesignate a tile of this stockpile, build lever, and connect it to the thing I want to control. So that's something nice. Just underneath the meeting hall or the dining room is the booze stockpile. I see we have only 1 sort of alcohol by now, dwarven wine. Everything else is empty now. This is a stockpile of prepared meals. Not much in here. Giant wild boar intestines roast, plump helmet biscuits. Nothing to be proud of, but this is a quarry bush leaves roast with 10,000 bucks. That's okay. We have a good cook. Below is a butcher and dyer. No, not dyer. Tanner's workshop. But I have almost no leather production here. Just because I have not much stock here. It would be. I should have taken some hunters with me. Sometimes there are some animals, huntable animals, like leopards or I don't know, giant mosquitoes, which I think I could hunt and use for leather and food production. And below this is a room. These are supposed to be the noble rooms. Right now I haven't worked on them yet. There is 1 noble room for the bookkeeper, counting all the things we have in the fortress. Last time I've read his thoughts, he he complained about being often tired. So I thought about myself. I'm often complaining that how tired I am, that I can't let's play so often. So the bookkeeper was like me. Here I have the primary plant producing and plant industry level. It's 2 farmers' workshops processing plants like pigtail to pigtail thread or rope reed to rope reed fiber thread. Then we have 2 weavers' workshops or looms, which weave the thread into cloth, and then we have clothier workshops, which make currently bags, mostly bags from the cloth, because bags are needed for plant production. You need so many bags for seeds, for leaves, for the flour when you milk plants, and you need hundreds and hundreds of bags. And here we have 2 dyers' workshops dyeing the thread or the cloth. I have bought from the elves. I've bought bags of emerald dye, and but it's currently all used up. I have only my dimple dye bag. Oh no, I have some redwood dye and emerald dye still. So there's some provisions there. And below I have an extra level for processing just quarry bushes to quarry bush leaves. So it's a plant processing to bag, if you process plants to bags. So here is the workshop. Here has a stockpile of bags and the quarry bush leaves. The problem with this plant industry is that you pretty much cannot control it, like from your manager, you know, because the manager doesn't. It's a flaw which should be corrected in Dwarf Fortress somehow. The manager just assigns, if he sees a workshop which has no jobs and is capable of doing them, he just assigns it to any workshop, and he doesn't consider the location of the workshop. So if you just say, well, manager, take care of shearing 5 creatures, so he will just assign the shear creature task to any of the jobs or any of the workshops, or he will assign the process plants to bags to any of these workshops, not considering where they actually are. So that's bad. And below these workshops I have tried to dig further down to see whether there are some caverns, but haven't gone really far. I haven't found a cavern yet. The problem I have currently, and which needs my attention, is that a Cyclop child has come here at the top of the map. See, an announcement came. The Cyclops child Itha Abba city has come, a giant humanoid monster with a single eye set in its forehead. It's right here. His straight hair is extremely long. He is average in size. His head is very short. His eyebrow is short. His nose is slightly upturned. His somewhat short, small-lobed ears are somewhat splayed out. His hair is dark brown. His skin is tan. His eye is brown. It's a Cyclop child. I don't know how he is clad. No, wait, how do we see it? Inventory? It's got an empty inventory, so it's basically naked. It shouldn't be too dangerous. But what can happen, of course, is that it won't go for our fortress and for our trader's depot and be trapped in any of our cage traps, but that it will just pass by and kill our stocks. I have a donkey, I have a cow calf, I have lots of goats, some sheep, rabbits, turkeys, I think it is. Do I have these? Is it turkey? Yes, it's turkey. Ducks and geese and dogs running freely, pretty much. I have 2 water buffaloes, a couple of water buffaloes, a cow and a bull. Yeah, that can be harmful if the Cyclop child should decide to kill any of these, or it can just chase them across the map, you know, and stay here for a long time, while I will drive my dwarves into the fortress to a safe burrow. I don't know whether I should, how much stock I should take with me. I have no war dogs yet, so that will be some fun. I will report you about that in the next report. Thanks for watching.